Dr. Strange. Your work saved the lives of thousands. What if I told you that reality is one of many?
The journey of Stephen Strange in this movie, in the earliest comics, is about a guy kind of admitting he doesn't know everything. He thinks he does, and he is a scientist, and he's very smart, but he has to let go, forget everything he thinks he knows, as Mordo tells him in the film. And so much of that is in the DNA of science and of the scientific method, pushing boundaries past what you may or may not know, and accepting that you don't know everything. And in a lot of ways, I think you kind of become a better person doing that, as Stephen does in the movie. I like that. I think that's the mission of science. It's the philosophy of science. And that is the lesson of this movie, even though it's steeped in magic and the mystic arts.
Ultimately, the scientific and the mystical are intrinsically separate magisteria. I think it's important in storytelling to allow the mystical to retain its mystery, not to explain it all down to nuts and bolts. You do want to create the space in which magic is possible. You want to have some notion of its underpinnings and confine it to a domain so you know that what magic's good for and not good for. And we wanted a deeply grounded magic in our world, not a whimsical magic of casual spells and magic words, but a magic that seemed to traffic in modifications of the root of reality.
We're creatures of reason and we're creatures of faith, and it's sort of the human struggle, the struggle that Strange goes through in this movie is reconciling the two. Ultimately, this isn't a story about a guy who was a scientist and then forgets all that and leaves all that behind and just becomes a total hippie, out there on the astral plane. It's about finding the balance, right? And I think that's kind of the journey of this film.
There are ways in which our hero, when you see the film, will be seen to push against the limits of the possible in reality as we understand it. Our science consulting team helped us understand the implications of that, what some of the limitations there might be.
And the most exciting thing is we've shown the movie to an audience now, and people, they like the action, they like the special effects, they like all the things you get in a Marvel movie. They're also saying, I like the philosophy of the movie. I like what it has to say, and the fact that people are calling that out along with everything else is very gratifying.
I've spent so many years peering through time, looking for you.
So did you like that video? Do you think you know everything there is to know about movies? Well, today I have for you some interesting movie facts. 1941, You're in the Army Now features the longest Hollywood kiss on camera, clocking in at 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Chocolate syrup was used as the blood in the movie Psycho. Hitchcock himself thought the texture really helped to make it more realistic. Now, the longest film made is The Burning of the Red Lotus Temple. The film is over 27 hours long. Film executives were a bit nervous about casting Leonardo DiCaprio as the kid in The Quick and the Dead. As a result, and to show her confidence in the actor, co-star Sharon Stone paid his salary out of her own pocket. In The Lion King, one of the bugs that Timon pulls out of a log is wearing Mickey ears. Now, this is not the only case of Disney films pulling out other characters. The genie in Aladdin pulls Sebastian from The Little Mermaid out of his bag of tricks when looking through his spell book. In the Pirates of the Caribbean series, Johnny Depp wears contact lenses that function as sunglasses so that the character would not be constantly squinting. Not a bad idea. So, did you know these facts? Which ones? Do you know any interesting movie facts? Let me know in the comments below. I'm Lisa, and I'll see you next time.